This is DG Vision Network.
Public-private partnership is needed by all governments from all nations to develop. Today we have in our special interview with Honorable Sir Olumoh, who talks to us about the benefits of PPP, that is the public-private partnership, and how the people can benefit from it, plus other related matters. Enjoy the conversation.
This is DG Vision Network.
Let us go to the main topic of discussion today, that is public-private partnerships, how it can help develop a particular place, judging from your experience, firstly as a finance expert and also as the chairman of the committee of public-private partnership. The first thing is, to a layman, they don't even know what this means. So what is public-private partnership?
Thank you very much. Like you said, women's wants are unlimited. But the means of satisfying your wants is very limited. Therefore, there is need for us to take in what we call opportunity or alternative for gone in the economic balance. I've gone that way because today, government is saddled with a lot of responsibilities that demands for money. And the means of satisfying this responsibility, especially for Lagos, is not as enormous as the demand that we have. Today, Lagos has a minimum population of over 22 million people residing in Lagos. We have not talked of those people that migrate in and out on a daily basis. So you can imagine the pressure that will come on our infrastructures and other things that has to do with Lagos. Therefore, there is need for us to have private sector investment in the public sector. And that is what PPP is all about. When you bring monies, investment of people in the private sector, right? You bring it into government to participate in developing infrastructure, to participate in development of human capital itself. So, in a nutshell, PPP means the relationship between public, that is the government, and the private sector who intends to bring in their money for investment purpose, make profits on this investment, and provide employment, provide infrastructure, and whatever within the context of which that particular transaction is meant for. So to a layman, is bringing money from the private sector, investing in the public sector, making your money, and and everybody's happy.
Okay, so now, so far so good. How would you rate the performance of Lagos State in that area?
Well, I said earlier, there is always a peace sector. I should have just started this one. He saw the need for private people to come in and develop Lagos because we can't do it all alone. When he was governor, he started it all. There and then we have another action governor, Fashola, who came in and also built on this. Today, the House of Assembly has very good legislation on public-private partnership, the PPP law, which is based for 2015. It came in earlier, but there were works that we did on it, so we base it, the baseline is 2015. And this law in itself is so formulated in such a way that for you coming in to do business with the state, your interest is protected. Protected in the sense that you can't bring your money in, so with change of government, and your money will go down the drain. No. You are protected for bringing your money in. And it's because there is a very good law formulated by the House of Assembly to protect the would-be investor in the state.
All right. Thank you very much for that response. Okay, now let's look at Lagos being at the forefront of every form of development in the country. And ICT is not an exception. But it is not affordable. Has there been any kind of PPP arrangement with ICT-based telecom firms so far that will, in different ways, give opportunities to people of Lagos?
Yeah. Thank you very much for that question. And it's a very good question because everything we do now has technology as a backbone. And I want to tell you joyfully that I think last year or year before, the House did ratify a PPP agreement with an indigenous company to provide fiber duct infrastructure for the entire length of the state. And if you go around, you will see that the work is ongoing. You see that some areas are being dug, some ducts are being, laid all over the state. Basically, it's for ICT. It's going to carry interconnectivity with all the service providers. And one good thing that we caught as a state in that transaction was that all our facilities, the secretariat, the hospital, the local government, where some of these things that will encourage development of ICT are located, will be connected free in that agreement to those facilities. So we are encouraging a lot of that on the part of the government, because we know that going forward, in this country, especially for us in Lagos, there is no alternative. We must do ICT.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Olumoh.
This is DG Vision Network.